Welcome into the Paul Farrington Show. A quick reaction to the Bears drafting Caleb Williams with the number 1 overall pick. We knew it was happening for months. Bears fans knew it was happening for months. But to finally see it actually come to fruition has to be a great feeling for Chicago Bears fans who have just been through absolute quarterback hell. No matter when you're born. If you're a Bears fan from the 1940s, from 1980s, from 2000s, wherever it was, you know misery at the quarterback position if you're a Chicago Bears fan. And tonight, you get arguably the biggest star to come out of that position since maybe Andrew Luck. I know we've had some big names over the past few years, especially, but Caleb Williams, from the moment he stepped on a college football field, everyone knew he was going to be the number 1 pick in the draft one day. And if you told Bears fans just a couple of years ago, even after getting Justin Fields, that Caleb Williams would be, within their grasp on their team, I think a lot of them would have signed that paper. I know that the hopes for Justin Fields were high, but Caleb Williams has special talent. Caleb Williams has top 5 talent in the NFL. I know there are Patrick Mahomes comparisons, and people hesitantly, and rightfully so, are hesitant to compare any player to the best player in, possibly at the end of the day, football history. But when you watch the tape, you can't help but see similarities. I mean, the escapability, the creativity, the arm talent. Caleb Williams is special. He's different from other prospects. He's different, far different from other college quarterbacks. And people might want to get on him for having a bit of a down year following his Heisman Trophy season just 2 years ago. Go and look at that USC team. There was not a lot of talent there. I mean, the offensive line, Caleb's running for his life. I went through on tape maybe 2 months ago on Caleb. I'd seen a lot already, but wanted to watch again. The first couple plays, he's running for his life. I mean, that's the entire season at USC. And after Jordan Addison was gone, the receiving talent, not as high as it was. This is a guy who really didn't have a lot around him throughout this season. So I'm not going to get on him too much for the down year. But to go back to Chicago, to think about this, I'm not a Bears fan. I know a lot of Bears fans from the time I was at school. A lot of them were excited today, sending me texts even before. Right when I woke up, I had a couple texts from Bears fans saying, today is the day. It's finally here. They know they've never had a 4,000-yard passer. They know they've never had a guy throw for 30 touchdowns in a season. It's been a struggle. And Caleb should be able to come in. And my guess is he's going to be a star. I know it's a lot to say for any rookie that they're going to be a star, but Caleb Williams is not entering the normal number 1 overall situation. I went back and looked, the former number 1 overall picks from the past few years. Bryce Young, Adam Thielen, DJ Chark. They drafted Jonathan Mingo, the rookie, last year. That's not a great supporting cast. Trevor Lawrence had Marvin Jones over the age of 30. He had Laviska Shenault. Not a great supporting cast. Go back to Joe Burrow. 32-year-old AJ Green, often injured. Rookie T. Higgins. Not ideal. And then Kyler, back in 2019, had 36-year-old Larry Fitzgerald and Christian Kirk, a very young Christian Kirk. So these situations, I'm looking at the receiving weapons in particular that a lot of rookie quarterbacks come into, the defenses that their teams have. There's a reason that team's picking number 1 overall. It's just the way. And I know Carolina traded up for that pick, but they were not a good roster. The Bears, though, on the other hand, take a look at who Caleb Williams is going to be throwing to. DJ Moore went for over 1,300 yards last year. Keenan Allen's coming off. I know he has injury history, but Keenan Allen went for over 1,200 yards. You could go look at running back. DeAndre Swift had a 1,000-yard season with the Eagles, in a season where he was splitting carries a lot of games. Cole Kmet had his best year at tight end. This Chicago offense, as long as the offensive line can hold up, it's pretty good. I mean, go and compare, the receiving units and running back. Go look at your big threes around football. How many are better than DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, DeAndre Swift? Not that many, right? DJ Moore is wildly underrated in the NFL. So Caleb isn't entering a situation where he's going to be the only guy on offense. He's not going to be heavily relied on to carry the entire offense. I mean, obviously, quarterback, you have a lot to rely on you, but this isn't a situation where he has no one around him. And if you look on defense too, over the final 7-8 weeks of the season, the Bears really turned it around. The Montez Sweat deal was a huge factor in getting that defense up to a higher, I don't want to say elite, but close to elite level for a lot of the second half of the year. They ended up as the number 1 overall rushing defense in football from weeks 10 to 17. 6th in opponent passer rating, 16th in sack percentage, 7th in QB hits, 14th in pressure percentage. They did have problems pressuring the quarterback, but from the time Montez Sweat got there, it went from almost dead last to closer to league average there. The defense with Jalen Johnson, with Sweat, we'll see who else maybe they draft later tonight. This Chicago team, top to bottom, is a good roster. I don't understand why so many people seem down on them. It's just a rookie quarterback. If we saw CJ Stroud come in and have a lot of success in Houston last year. When I look across the NFC, let's just pretend here. Cowboys, Lions, 49ers, Falcons win their divisions, okay? Let's put the Packers in the playoffs. Let's say the Eagles rebound and get in. That last spot, I mean, who are you saying is that much better than the Bears between the Cardinals, Rams if Stafford's healthy, maybe, Seahawks, Vikings, Giants, Commanders, Saints, Bucks, they might come down to earth a little bit, and the Panthers? This is playoff hopes are real in Chicago right now, and they should be. There's no way that Bears fans should look at this season and you're happy if you see growth. You're happy, like let's say they go 8-9, 9-8, and Caleb comes on at the end of the year. You're probably happy if you're a Bears fan, but I don't see any reason why the expectations should be that limited. This is a good team with, in my opinion, a really good young quarterback taking over. Someone who teammates love him. His coaches seem to love him. I know that he paints on his nails and people get on him for crying after losing a big game. Like, I'd rather have my quarterback care than not. Right? I think this is awesome for Chicago. Now, as a Viking fan, I'm not personally happy about this. I'm actually quite upset that the Bears got Caleb Williams. Now we face a division with Caleb, Jared Goff, who's been good for a year and a half now, consistently good, and Jordan Love, who seems like a budding superstar. Yeah, I was going to say superstar. So it's huge for Chicago to be able to match the other quarterbacks, the other offensive talent that you're seeing in this division. We'll see what the Vikings do later tonight. But here it is, April 25th, 2024, a night of hope for Bears fans, a night that a lot of them, maybe in 5 years from now, 6 years from now, are going to look back on with very fond memories if they're hoisting a Lombardi trophy with Caleb Williams one day. Hopefully we'll be back. Hopefully I'll be back with a few more reactions tonight. Definitely going to have a Packer one, given our Packer crowd, and hopefully a lot of the quarterbacks that go. But we'll see how the night goes. So thanks everyone for listening. Congrats to all the Bears fans who are listening, and an awesome night for you guys. And there's still more to come. See you later.